Two car rental giants go head-to-head. One big question: which one really delivers? On the left, Hertz, premium rental with excellent service. And on the right, Dollar, budget-friendly with solid loyalty rewards. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end, you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might just surprise you. All right, so here's the plan. I've mapped out all the categories we're going to compare. We've got pricing and rates, locations and availability, customer service and ratings, loyalty programs and rewards, vehicle quality and selection, and of course, business features. You ready? Let's kick this off with pricing. Let's talk money, because that kind of matters, right? Okay, so first up, Hertz. Honestly, Hertz is not the cheapest out there, but they do have this cool price match guarantee, and you get an extra 10% off if you find something better. You get competitive pricing if you want premium vehicles, but yeah, those base rates are generally pricier than most other options. Oh, and if you're into loyalty points, just be aware it takes more points to snag a free rental here. Now, on to Dollar. This one's all about keeping that budget in check. You can score some really good deals, especially with their regular promos. Sign up with your email and boom, 15% off. And if you prepay, that can take off up to 20% from the base rate. But heads up, those pay-on-arrival rates can be a lot higher, and blackout days for rewards might interfere if you're hoping to redeem points. So, for straight-up savings, Dollar takes the win in pricing. So, moving on, locations and availability, which is pretty important if you don't want to Uber 100 miles when you land. Hertz first. They're everywhere. Seriously, 2,523 plus U.S. spots and 8,500 plus locations in 146 countries. And the airport game? Super strong. Okay, sure, they don't have as many U.S. locations as some competitors, but it's still impressive. Dollar, on the other hand, is a bit more modest. They've got 260 plus locations in the U.S. and Canada, mostly in the big cities. Not bad, but if you're headed somewhere remote, you probably won't spot Dollar. International? Yeah, kind of limited there. In terms of convenience and sheer reach, that's a huge point for Hertz. Now, customer service and ratings. This one's pretty interesting. Hertz has a solid reputation for treating customers well. Consumer Reports gives them 63 out of 100, and they don't mess around with blackout periods for rewards. They've got cool tech options like skipping the counter and doing e-returns. Sounds smooth, right? On the flip side, though, cancellation fees are pretty gnarly, like $100 to $200. Dollar's got a generous loyalty program, really low redemption fees, and free membership benefits. Plus, they accept younger renters, starting at 20. But their overall rating? Yikes. Consumer Reports scores them at 39 out of 100, and customer service only gets a 2 out of 5, which honestly is kind of rough. Plus, underage driver fees are high. Trust me, for service and smooth experience, Hertz has the edge. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know Hertz actually grabbed about 10% of the U.S. car rental market share back in 2022? That makes them the second largest rental brand in the country, right after Enterprise. So yeah, reach kind of matters. Let's talk about the fun stuff. Loyalty programs and rewards. This is actually a close one. Hertz Gold Plus rewards give you a point for every dollar spent. And if you're into perks, you can unlock elite status with bonus benefits, like free upgrades and partner rewards with tons of hotels. Plus, you can redeem points anytime. No blackout periods. Whew! The catch? The number of points for a free day is pretty high, and points expire if dormant for a year. Dollar has low redemption fees, so free days come a lot quicker. They're also hooked up with travel partners like IHG Hotels. 125 points per rental day. Not bad. You can match elite status if you have it elsewhere, and their partner network is solid. There are blackout days for free rentals, though, so keep that in mind. For rewards and loyalty, it's honestly a tie. Both have strengths and little nuisances that kind of balance out. Next, vehicle quality and selection. Hertz? Oof, this is where they flex. You get the Dream Collection, which means you can roll up in a luxury car, Aston Martin, Lamborghini, you name it. There's a really broad range from standard sedans to full-on premium rides. And the cars are in great shape with solid Consumer Reports scores. Dollar? The cars are well maintained, and you won't get a dud, but don't expect luxury. They have decent mid-range and standard vehicles, but premium options are kind of limited. So if you want something special for your trip, Hertz is the way to go. Last up, business features. If you travel for work, this matters. Hertz, hands down, is a business traveler's dream. They literally won the 2024 Business Traveler North America Award. Tons of international and industry recognition, and the benefits for corporate accounts are, well, super legit. Dollar is pretty solid for small businesses, and their booking options are flexible, but they just don't have that same level of recognition or those extra perks. If business is your priority, go with Hertz. All right, so we stack both brands side by side on all categories. Hertz comes out on top for locations, customer service, business features, and vehicle selection. Dollar holds its ground for saving you cash up front and is a solid domestic budget choice. For rewards, it's basically neck and neck. You can see Hertz's strengths are more spread out. Dollar's all about price. Here's my vibe. If what matters most to you is great service, reliable business travel, or you want something swanky to drive overseas, Hertz will absolutely deliver. That price match guarantee is a nice bonus, and you won't fight blackout periods trying to snag a reward. But if you're all about saving money and only need rentals in the US, Dollar can be a sweet deal, especially if you plan ahead and grab those prepaid discounts. Just know service is less snazzy. For most travelers, Hertz is the overall winner, but pick what fits your needs. If you found this breakdown super useful, save it for your next trip so you can grab the best rental deal possible. Thanks for hanging out, and see you on the